Claude for Word puts Claude in a panel inside Microsoft Word. Claude reads everything and takes on real work in the file. A first draft from scratch, a quick edit, or the whole messy revision. Access it in Word on the web, on Windows, and on Mac. The launch announcement for your team's next product release is due to your VP this afternoon. The draft has already been around the team once, and it came back with 6 comments from 4 different people. Instead of working through them one at a time, ask Claude for the whole picture. Summarize the open comments in this document. Who's asking for what, and do any of them conflict with each other? Claude reads every comment thread and the text each one is attached to, and comes back with a rundown grouped by reviewer, each item linked so clicking it jumps you to that spot in the document. It also surfaces a conflict. Priya wants the announcement shorter and less technical, but Daniel wants the integration details kept in. Now you're oriented and you make a plan to start with the more straightforward comments first and leave that reconciliation for later. First, you set a ground rule to keep track of the work you and Claude will do together. Turn on track changes and keep it on for everything you do in this document. Claude checks with you before changing the document's editing mode. You click Allow once. From here on, every change Claude makes lands as something visible and yours to accept or reject. Now put Claude to work on the comments, starting with Morgan's comment. They want numbers the company can stand behind, and those live in the early access results doc your team keeps in box. You tell Claude, let's look at Morgan's comment. Check box for the Rockpool 3.0 early access results doc and compare every performance and speed claim in this post against it. Fix any that don't match the doc. Claude finds the results doc and reads it against the post. There's no word you could Control F to easily find those claims. Claude reads for meaning, not keywords, and is able to match each claim to where its number came from, and the ones that already hold up are left alone. The fixes arrive as cards, the exact red lines before they touch the document. You apply them and they land as track changes. Now you need to address the rest of the comments. Scroll to the What's New in Rockpool 3.0 section. The numbered list restarts at 1 part of the way down because someone inserted an update yesterday. You ask the product lead to contribute the feature details and they just dropped in a table straight from their spec doc. You describe the end state you want to Claude. Let's clean up the What's New section. Fix the numbering on the feature list so it runs 1 through 5. Turn the feature table into a bulleted list and keep each under 20 words. Drop the status column and delete the table once the bullets are in. Don't change anything else. Claude works through the fixes. The continuous numbering and the new bulleted list land as red lines. You review the new bullets. They're accurate, but they're still in the product team's internal language. That points at the tension between Priya's and Daniel's comments, so settle it now. This document is for non-technical customers, so you decide Priya's feedback takes priority. That means making it shorter and less technical. You start with the bullets you just reviewed. Select the new bulleted list in the document and ask. Rewrite these in customer language. Lead with what the reader gets. Drop the version numbers and internal feature names. The rewrite comes back as a stack of review cards, 1 per bullet. You can check Claude's reasoning by expanding the tabs underneath each suggestion. You amend the guest access bullet. Add currently in beta. The red lines are piling up. You tell Claude, we've addressed the comments and the formatting. Accept those changes. Accepting is permanent, so Claude checks with you first. You allow it, and the changes you reviewed are accepted. Now the length, Priya's other ask. You know it can't be cut, so you tell Claude. We need to get this under 1,000 words, but don't cut any more than you need to. Don't touch the customer quote or availability dates. Start with the background section. Most readers already know what Rockpool is. Claude proposes the cuts as cards. 1 cut goes too far. You tell Claude, cutting the background is right, but keep the line about 9,000 teams in the Fortune 500. That's the social proof the VP wants. Work it into the intro instead. Claude restages the cut with the line worked into the intro, and you accept. The word count at the bottom of the screen drops under 1,000, shorter and less technical, with the social proof the VP asked for now sitting in the intro. With all these comments addressed, there's one pass left: the typos, the doubled words, the slips that creep in whenever several people edit one document. Claude for Word has built-in skills for exactly this kind of repeatable task. And you can build your own, a skill you can create in your Claude account, say brand guidelines, which checks every document against your company's style rules. Type a / in the panel and they'll appear. You select the copy edit skill. It focuses on spelling, grammar, punctuation, and consistency. Claude comes back with the catches: a doubled @ in the availability section, the wrong there in the integrations paragraph, and a few others, all gone in a single pass. The document is correct, but it's still wearing the red lines from the cuts in the copy edit. You've already reviewed each change as it happened, so the final instruction is simple. Accept all the track changes, keep going until there are no revisions left, and leave the comment threads open so the team can see what changed. Claude checks with you one more time. You confirm. If another layer of revisions surfaces underneath, Claude asks again and keeps going until none are left. What's left is the post you set out to deliver, claims the company can stand behind, and a feature story written for the customers who will read it. The announcement is off to your VP, and the next document you open works the same way. Claude for Word is available now as part of Claude for Microsoft 365 on the Microsoft AppSource Marketplace. It's included with every paid Claude plan: Pro, Max, Team, and Enterprise. Install it and bring it your next messy draft. Claude helps you get oriented, make a plan, and move through the edits together.